Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to violence, the word and the act. While violence cloaks itself in a plethora of disguises, its favorite mantle still remains sex. Let's examine closely then this dangerously evil creation, this new breed, encased and contained within the supple skin of woman. One might be your secretary, your doctor's receptionist, or a dancer in a go-go club.
Hey, author and horror news contributor William Burke back with another trip to the Cult Movie Museum. Today's film has such a reputation that it's almost cheating to feature it here, but it is a movie you need to see. I've done all my research with my hard-to-find RUSS MEYER box set, my copy of Jimmy McDonough's brilliant Meyer biography, and my beloved first edition of John Waters' Shock Value, where he calls today's film beyond a doubt the best movie ever made. It is possibly better than any film that will be made in the future. Of course, he's talking about RUSS MEYER's 1965 masterpiece, Faster Pussycat, Kill, Kill. A trio of go-go dancers jump in their sports cars and cut loose, looking for kicks and cash.
You're overdressed. You won't be needing this anymore, and I think your boyfriend's had his gut full of raisins. Tommy! Tommy!
And God help any innocents who cross their path.
Let's just time Lancelot as he comes charging to the rescue.
What's going on here?
3.5 seconds, champ. You were great.
What's the matter?
The watch. She won't give it back to me.
Let's have it.
You've got a weird sense of humor.
Try again. I get funnier.
Their de facto leader, Varla, kicks off the weekend by killing a man and kidnapping his girlfriend.
And here's where our screenplay starts to unfold right now.
Then the trio plots to steal a fortune hidden away by a sadistic old coot.
Might as well all have lunch together before you fix to leave.
Violence, the word, and the act ensues. In 1959, pinup photographer and aspiring film director RUSS MEYER launched his cinematic career with the first nudie-cutie film, The Immoral Mr. Tease. It was a smash hit. He followed up with similar films until the nudie-cutie market became oversaturated. Meyer shifted gears, directing a string of roughies. His 1965 hit, Motorpsycho, depicted male bikers terrorizing and murdering women. Its success inspired Meyer to flip the dynamic. This time, 3 women were the violent predators victimizing men. While his stated goal was to pack in as much sex and violence as possible without bringing in the police, Faster Pussycat contains only fleeting nudity and virtually no blood. But it packs plenty of raw hatred.
She lies. She killed. She killed with her bare hands. She did.
And I can't tell him or explain it. I just hate him. And he's my blood. My son.
Its screenplay festers with so much bile, rage, and angst that it feels like a bloodbath.
What's he trying to prove?
Maybe that everybody in this world ain't as twisted up as we are.
Meyer found his trio of superwomen at the high-end LA strip club, The Losers. Featured dancer Haji had already appeared in Motorpsycho, but Meyer also had his eye on the club's headliner, an athletic dancer named TURA Satana. Satana was an in-demand striptease artist with an amazing figure, an exotic Asian look, and a black belt in judo. Satana's towering physical presence and venomous line delivery are unforgettable. Her villainous character gradually devolves into a malevolent, almost demonic force.
Your old man's been blasted out of his wheels, and your king-sized brother's been twisted like a pretzel. You're all that's left, lover,
And you ain't gonna be around for long.
I don't believe it.
You'd better believe it.
Her performance has become iconic, inspiring t-shirts, comic books, and even action figures. Haji and Lori Williams play her semi-willing partners in crime.
Easy, baby, you're almost a fire hazard.
The inferred lesbian relationship between Haji and Satana's characters is daring for the time.
You heard the questions, girls. This is what we do. At $125 per, less taxes and Social Security.
Really? You got it made. I do that for fun.
Well,
Williams,
let's have
who
fun,
was
baby.
barely 18, slings her patently absurd dialogue and her hips with remarkable confidence.
Look, me, Jane. You, Tarzan. Now, why don't you drop that tree you're holding and let's grab a vine and swing a little, huh?
As for the men, well, they're all too mentally or physically weak or just plain too civilized to be any match for these women.
If you believe that, how could you be with me like this?
Because you're a beautiful animal. And I'm weak. And I want you.
They are doomed. The film is so unashamedly melodramatic that it even breaks for a soliloquy.
Sound your warning. Send your message. Huff and puff and belch your smoke. And kill and maim and run off unpunished. Who are you talking to? Ghost.
Stuart Lancaster chews the scenery and asks for seconds as the wheelchair-bound patriarch. Lancaster lent his theatrical style and commanding voice to several of Meyer's films, including his demented take on our town, Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. He's great. But the real star here is Russ Meyer, armed with his keen photographer's eye and technical prowess. Every frame of this film is meticulously composed with razor-sharp focus. Meyer was obsessed with focus. His black and white cinematography perfectly captures the barren, unforgiving desert locale. Meyer loved shooting in the desert because, as he claimed, you could die there. Meyer rarely employed dollies or zoom lenses, preferring to shoot dozens of static shots to piece together in the editing room. And yes, Meyer was a remarkable film editor. Despite being a cult classic, Faster Pussycat only did marginal box office, forcing Meyer to take a step back and direct the faux documentary Mondo Topless. That film was a hit, keeping him in the game until 1968's Vixen became a bona fide blockbuster.
You could do anything you wanted to me. What would you do?
Turn you over my knee and spank your fair butt.
What a funny policeman you are.
Come on.
Many great films followed, but that's a story for another day. And if you can't get the film's title song out of your head, check out the Cramps album, Smell of Female. They do an amazing cover. Faster Pussycat is essential viewing for cult movie lovers. A mutant hybrid of sexploitation, female empowerment, and a medieval morality play with a busted moral compass. In other words, it's pure, undistilled Russ Meyer. And for more thrills, check out my novels, Dominant Species, Primeval Waters, and Scorpius Rex, available on Amazon.
Passing through, huh? Boy, that motor's sure hot. You gals really must have been moving on these little machines. Yes, sir, the thrill of the open road. New places, new people, and new sights interest. You know, that's what I believe in. Seeing America first.
You won't find it down there, Columbus.
I used some great books to research today's episode. And if you're looking for great books, check out my novels, which are available on Amazon. And as always, thanks for watching.